World War II raged across the globe, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. By 1945, the tide had turned against Japan, but the fighting continued. The United States, seeking to end the war swiftly and minimize American casualties, made the fateful decision to use atomic bombs. The first target, Hiroshima, was bombed on August 6, 1945. 3 days later, the city of Nagasaki, a major port and industrial center, became the second and so far last target of atomic warfare. Unaware of the devastation in Hiroshima, the people of Nagasaki went about their daily lives, the shadow of war a constant presence. The B-29 bomber Bockscar, carrying the atomic bomb Fat Man, arrived over Nagasaki at 11:01 a.m. The primary target, Kokura, was obscured by cloud cover, and after circling for nearly an hour, Bockscar diverted to its secondary target, Nagasaki. The bomb detonated at 11:02 a.m. over the city's Urakami Valley, an industrial area approximately 2 miles north of the city center. The explosion unleashed unimaginable destruction, instantly transforming the landscape into a scene of unimaginable horror. The blinding flash of light and the deafening roar that followed signaled the beginning of a nightmare for the people of Nagasaki. The bomb, with an explosive yield equivalent to 21,000 tons of TNT, unleashed a wave of intense heat and radiation that instantly incinerated everything within a 1-mile radius. Buildings crumbled into dust, trees vaporized, and human beings were reduced to shadows etched into the ground. The blast wave, traveling at supersonic speeds, leveled entire neighborhoods, leaving behind a desolate wasteland strewn with debris and the bodies of the dead. Those who survived the initial blast faced a new horror, radiation sickness. Thousands suffered from nausea, vomiting, and fever, their bodies ravaged by the invisible killer. Hospitals, already overwhelmed by the wounded, were ill-equipped to handle the sheer number of casualties. As darkness descended, the fires continued to rage, consuming what little remained of the once vibrant city. The air was thick with smoke, dust, and the stench of death. In the immediate aftermath of the bombing, Nagasaki was a scene of utter devastation. The once bustling city lay in ruins, its streets choked with rubble and debris. Thousands lay dead, their bodies mangled beyond recognition. The living envied the dead. Hospitals, overflowing with the injured, struggled to cope with the sheer number of casualties. Medical supplies were scarce, and doctors and nurses worked tirelessly, their efforts hampered by the lack of basic necessities. The survivors, many of them suffering from radiation sickness, faced an uncertain future. The long-term effects of radiation exposure were still unknown, and the psychological scars of that fateful day would haunt them for years to come. The bombing of Nagasaki shocked the world. The sheer scale of the destruction and the suffering inflicted upon innocent civilians raised profound moral questions about the use of atomic weapons. The bombing of Nagasaki left an indelible mark on the city and its people. The physical scars of that fateful day may have faded over time, but the psychological and emotional wounds run deep. The Hibakusha, as the survivors of the atomic bombings are known, have endured discrimination, prejudice, and the fear of genetic damage to their children. Yet, amidst the suffering and loss, the people of Nagasaki displayed remarkable resilience. They rebuilt their lives and their city, determined to create a future free from the threat of nuclear war. The Nagasaki Peace Park, built near Ground Zero, stands as a solemn reminder of the horrors of that day and a testament to the enduring human spirit. The city has become a symbol of peace and a vocal advocate for nuclear disarmament, its story a powerful reminder of the devastating consequences of atomic warfare. The bombing of Nagasaki, along with that of Hiroshima, marked a turning point in human history. It ushered in the atomic age, an era fraught with both peril and promise. The lessons of Nagasaki are as relevant today as they were in 1945, reminding us of the urgent need for peace, understanding, and the elimination of nuclear weapons.